Good morning and welcome back to our course on C programming language. In today's session, I am going to discuss about the reading and writing of content into the files in the C programming language. Let us take it as part 1. Here I will be discussing about how to read and write the multiple data types. That means I will be discussing about the functions that are used to deal with reading and writing of multiple data types. For example, I have different data types like integer, float, char, etc. What function I should use in order to read the contents, in order to read these different data types, and in order to write these different data types into the files. We are very much familiar with two important functions that deal with multiple data types in the C programming language. One is the printf function and the second one is the scanf function. Printf function is used to write the content onto the standard output screen. We know that the standard output screen is nothing but the monitor. And similarly, scanf function is used to read the contents from the standard input screen or input device, that is keyboard. And we know very well about the syntaxes of this printf and scanf. So the syntax for the printf has two parameters. That is, the first parameter is the list of format specifiers and the second parameter is nothing but list of values. Similarly, the syntax for scanf also accepts two parameters. The first parameter represents the list of format specifiers and the second parameter specifies the list of addresses of the variables. For example, if I want to print the integer and float values onto the output screen, I will use the printf statement and I will use the format specifiers. %d corresponds to the integer, %f corresponds to floating point, and let us assume that I and f are the variables that correspond to integer and float respectively. So this is how I would like to print the values of I and f, which are of data type integer and float respectively, onto the output screen. In the similar way, if I want to read those values, I will use the same format with the same format specifiers, but in the second parameter I should give the list of addresses. So I will give the address of I followed by address of f. This is how I am going to print or read the values from the standard input device as well as the standard output device. Now in this session we are going to discuss about similar type of functions that are supported in the C programming language, that deal with the files concepts. We are going to discuss about how we are going to read multiple data types into the file, from the file, and how we are going to write the data that belongs to multiple data types into the files. So the first one what I would like to discuss is a function to write the contents into the file. Write in the sense print. So here the special function that is used to print or write the contents onto the file is fprintf. So we have just one letter change here, that is fprintf. This is a predefined function, and it accepts three parameters. The first parameter will be the file pointer to which you want to write the contents onto the file, and the remaining two parameters are similar to that of the printf, where you will have the format specifiers and the list of values. So the second parameter plus for the fprintf will be the list of format specifiers, and the third parameter will be the list of values. So this is the syntax we have for this fprintf function, and I told that this fprintf function is used to write values, different data types. Onto the file. So we are going to deal with the files, and the fprintf may be successful or may not be successful. So if the fprintf is successful, then it is going to return the number of characters which it has successfully copied into the file. And if it is unsuccessful, it will return the special character which is end of file. Right. And next point what I would like to discuss is, since printf is going to write something onto the file, it is very important that you always open the file in the write mode or append mode. Whenever you write something onto the file, you just have to open the file in the write mode or append mode. This is a basic requirement for the fprintf function to work. This is all about the fprintf function. Let us see another function that supports the files in C, and this function is used to read multiple values or variety of values, different variety of values like integer, float, char at a time. And the function that is used to read multiple values from the files is the fscanf function. Let me give you the syntax for this fscanf function. The syntax for fscanf has three parameters. The first parameter is obviously the file pointer as it is in the fprintf. The second parameter will be the format specifiers, the list of format specifiers, and the third parameter will be the list of addresses. You can see the analogy between this fscanf and scanf. Both of them are almost similar, that the format and the list of addresses are similar, but in addition to this format and list of addresses, fscanf is going to accept one more parameter, that is the file pointer to which you want to read the contents from the file. So the first point for this fscanf is, it is used to read values from the file that is pointed by the file pointer. Similar to that of fprintf, the fscanf can be either successful or it can be unsuccessful. If it is successful, then it is going to return the number of characters that are successfully converted. And if it is unsuccessful, we know that it will return a special value which is called as end of file. And the last point regarding this fscanf is, when you want to deal with this fscanf function, you have to open the file in the read mode. Why? Because you are going to read the content from the file, therefore you need to open the file in the read mode only. So these are the two different functions that are supported by the C programming language, which helps the programmers to deal with multiple data types or to deal with multiple values with respect to that of files. Now let us go into a simple program. We'll just discuss a program of how this fscanf and fprintf will work. Let me go for the online compiler. So this is a C program to illustrate the concept of fprintf. I take my header file stdio.h. I take my main function. Here I would like to give three values or three different variables. Int I is equal to 10, float f is equal to some 1 2 3 4.5 5 6 7 8, and I take one more variable of data type ch, which is of data type char, and I want to initialize it with one character called s. Now since I want to deal with files, I should create a file pointer. I should use the data structure file. For pointers I use the indirection operator, and fp is my file pointer. After creating the stream, the second step is you need to open the file. Let me take the file name as output.txt. The file name can be anything, you can it is of programmer's choice, nothing to worry. And the second parameter plus fopen is, we know that it is the mode. Since I want to print the values onto the screen, onto the file, I want to open it in the write mode, or you can open it in the append mode also, nothing wrong in it. And you please remember that this W should always be enclosed in the double quotations, or the mode should always be enclosed in the double quotations. Whether it is the write mode or append mode or read mode, you always have to enclose within double quotations. Now I would like to use the predefined function fprintf. The first parameter plus fprintf, just now we have discussed that it is fp. Here I have defined it as fp, right? And the second parameter is the list of format specifiers. Let me insert the integer first, and then the floating point value, and then the character value. So the %d corresponds to the format specifier of integer, %f corresponds to floating point value, and %c corresponds to character. So I want to give the variables or the placeholders for this %d, %f and %c, which are I, f and ch. After this I would like to close this file pointer. So this is a very simple program. Let us run this program and see what is the output. So you can see here that this is my main program where I have written my source code, and output.txt, the file does not exist initially. But since you have opened it in the write mode, in the previous sessions we have discussed that when you open a file that does not exist in the write mode, then a new file will be created and the file pointer will be pointing to the first location. So for this reason, you can see here that output.text has been generated, and the contents of this output.txt is clearly visible that it consists of the three values which I have passed into the file, that is 10, 1234.5678 and then S. You might have doubt that why it has been written like this 5678, right? That is the value that I have given here, but it is showing that 567749, but if you round off the things you will get the value as 5678 only. So this is how the fprintf is going to work. Now let us simply modify this program to illustrate the concept of fscanf also. Fscanf is the function which is used to read the contents from the file. So I would like to take some more variables like ij to hold the value of integer, e to hold the value of float, and ch1 to hold the value of character. And remember that I have closed this file with this statement. Previously, when we have the discussion on the various modes of files, I told you clearly that a file can be opened in only one mode at a time. It cannot be opened with two modes. When you want to reuse the file with a different mode, you should always close that file and then have to reopen in the other mode. So here I have written the contents onto the file. Now my intention is to read the contents from the file. So I should again open the file, the same file, output.txt file. Now this time I should open it in the read mode. Why? Because I need to use the scanf function, fscanf. Now I use the fscanf function. The first parameter as we have is the file pointer, and the second parameter is the list of format specifiers. See here, the output.text consists of integer, float and character. So the same order you have to follow at this particular point. So %d, and then I have %f, and then I have %c, which corresponds to the format specifiers of integer, float and character respectively. And here I should give the variable addresses. I want to store the first value inside the j. The first value is integer, therefore I am making use of the integer variable to store that value. And the second value is floating point value we have in the output.txt. You can see here. So I make use of the floating point variable e, and the third value is the character, therefore I make use of the address of operator with the character variable ch1. So whatever contents I have, that is 10, 1234.5678 and s, are stored inside this j, e and ch1. How do you check this one? Means we just print these values, the variable values, onto the screen. So I can make use of the normal printf function with the format specifiers d, f and c, and print these values j, e, ch1, and just close this function, the file pointer. Let us run this program. I should get the output here in the output. Let us run it again. See here, the program has successfully executed. This part illustrates the fopen. Let me write it in comments here. fprintf simulation, this one, and these below lines, they are fscanf illustration. You can see that the output.txt file output.text consists of the three values which I have inserted, that is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, dot 5, 6, so on so, and you can see the output also. This by using the standard printf function 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, dot 5, 6, 7, 7, 4, 9 and s. They are printed on the output. So this is how the fprintf and fscanf are going to work. And remember that this fprintf and printf are almost similar. You can convert the printf into fprintf. That means you can make the fprintf to print the values onto the standard output. Since fprintf accepts the first parameter as the file pointer, in this particular fprintf, when you want to print the output onto the screen is nothing but the standard output function. Therefore you have to use that particular stream like. So std out stands for standard output. So whatever you want to print by using fprintf, they will definitely get printed onto the standard output. Let us run this program. See here, you got the same. To make the change, let me write like this. See here, there is a change here, and you can observe the change in the output also. Output.txt. So this is how the fprintf and fscanf is going to work on files. Before wrapping up the session, let us have a quick recap of what we have discussed in today's session. In today's session, we have started the concept of the reading and writing the files, and that too how we are going to read and write the multiple data types like integer, float, char, etc. We use functions, two functions to deal with this one, that is fprintf and fscanf. We started our discussion with the standard printf and scanf functions, which are used to print and which are used to read the values from the standard output device as well as the standard input device. We have seen the syntax for both the printf and scanf. We have seen the example, and then we have gone through the syntax of fprintf, which accepts three parameters, that is the file pointer, format specifier and the list of values. We have seen that we have discussed that the fprintf can be utilized only when you open the file in the write mode or append mode. Similarly, the fscanf function also accepts three parameters, the file pointer, format specifier list and the list of addresses, and this is used to read the values from the file. And when you make use of the fscanf function, you always make it practice that you open the file in the read mode. And we have concluded our discussion with a programming example to simulate the fprintf and fscanf concept. This is all about the fprintf and fscanf. Thank you one and all for joining the session.